is the On Call Podcast. Your home for sports, news, pop culture, tech, and the obscure. And of course, your host, Michael Meyer.
All right. I am Sherlock Holmes, joined by my lover in crime, Watson. Not Deshaun, though, because you're not touching me inappropriately when I massage you. So I appreciate that. This is the On Call Podcast. We are live watching the game right now.
Yeah. Actual good game on Thursday this week for a change.
Probably the only good one of the season. I'd imagine that's how it's going to be, right? Because there's never...
Yeah, they try to fit all the teams in. They are supposed to all get one. Thanksgiving, I looked ahead. It's bad. It's real bad. Detroit and Chicago.
Snoozer.
One of the Thanksgiving games. Raiders, Cowboys, which is the best game of the day, unfortunately. I don't remember the other one, but I remember the Raiders, Cowboys being the highlight of the week.
That could definitely be. And then 2 weeks or 1 week. It's week 8 now, so next week, Steelers Bears.
Yep, Monday Night Football. It's gonna be pretty crazy. It's gonna be first time. Yeah, it's the other one's Buffalo and the Saints. So
I might have to see if someone can just take my call, so we can enjoy that game. Maybe some wings.
I like wings. Wings are my favorite food.
As they should be. Fucking delicious.
Then pizza's probably second.
Are you a crispy wing guy? Are you a breaded wing? Grilled, fried, baked?
Fried. Just no matter what, fried. Fry them. I mean, like, I like the air fried wings and I like grilled wings fine, but like fried wings. My favorite are traditional fried wings with like spicy garlic type sauce or hot like sometimes you get the hot honey,
Like a Nashville with honey?
yeah, I like that a lot.
How do you feel about those ones from the bar?
From Ice House,
Yeah.
really good. I get the hot and the garlic butter mixed. It's fantastic.
They're hard to beat.
And then El Primo has a similar
Primo, like
one.
the frozen pizza? Primo?
El Primo is there's a pizza place in Northport called El Primo, and they have wings, and they have a spicy garlic wing that's quite delicious. And then I always liked wings, etc. as hot honey garlic or stinging honey garlic or something. It was good.
So as this game is underway,
So garlic with some heat.
I don't think that's one thing as I've gotten older and cooked more and more. I'm not sure that I have ever found too much garlic in a food.
No.
And I put a lot in.
I love garlic and I love onions. I just put those things in my food. Pretty much makes anything better.
This Cardinals-Packers game, 5 minutes in, Aaron Rodgers has just such a fucking crazy arm. It is ridiculous how hot that ball comes out.
Yeah, future Steeler.
Maybe. I'd be okay with that because then it's out of my division, out of my conference. But I would have to watch them more probably. Being down here in Florida, the Steelers play on TV in the afternoon game quite a bit.
Unless the Bears get it together, you probably wouldn't play them.
Once every
4 years.
It's once every 4 alternating sites, right?
Oh, that's a deep shot.
Good breakup. That was a great throw. James overran it, but the defender looked like he swiped the ball up just in time.
A wide receiver gets that catch, though.
Probably. Aaron Jones is not a wide receiver.
Right. I mean,
it hit him in the hands.
Yeah. I mean, he did get knocked out, but I still think that a wide receiver just death grips that ball.
Devontae, don't let that ball hit the ground.
Yeah.
So this game spread is 6.5 for the Cards, and because Green Bay is out all 3 of their top receivers, I could not, in good conscience, give it to them.
Yeah.
So I went with Arizona at the 6.5. I would have taken it at 7.5.
Yeah, I take it pretty comfortably at 6.5 because I thought, it's not been so far, but I thought this might be a high scoring game. And I mean, a touchdown in a high scoring game is not that big of a spread really anymore. I mean, we're starting to see spreads every week of like 15, 16, 17 points.
And there's 114, 114.5, and a 9, and a 10.5.
Yeah. With the league being higher scoring, the spreads are getting so much bigger.
It's pretty volatile. When we can finally bet, and we will, I'll be in on it. You might not want to start gambling when sports betting becomes legal, because since we have done the spreads now, last week you were 3-10.
Yeah. See, I
think Nicole could have picked 3-10.
See, that's the key. That's the key about gambling is you don't bet every game.
It's true.
You pick your spots.
Pick your poison.
I've made money betting in Indiana, and I would never, ever do like one of those parlays you see on TV where like, oh, a 16-leg parlay. Absolutely not.
That's all I would do.
Yeah, and you would just blow your money.
I'm throwing $2 at it, and I'm just going to be so fucking stoked.
Well, maybe if I was doing like player props or something, but I would never do game spreads. They're too close.
No, yeah, like that guy from Detroit who had all of the games going into the Sunday night game.
Yeah. And
his payout would have been $120,000, but if he kept those both going, it was like $350. I'm not doing team games like that. I would do what do they call them? Prop bets, where you're taking like Tom Brady's going to have more than 1 yard rushing by halftime or something like that. Like those little.
Yeah. I like player props because I think they're really like I actually put a bet.
Speaking of commercial right there, DraftKings.
Look at that. Bet $5, win $200 on any team to win this week using code SHIELD.
I cannot wait.
If that was legal in Florida.
It's coming.
But anyway.
It might be January, they said no.
So, like I put a pretty decent sized bet on Najee Harris before the season started. On a player prop over 44.5 receptions.
Has he got there yet? No,
he's like at 35 or something. We have 10 weeks left. 10 games left. I think he'll get there. Just one catch a game.
As long as he doesn't have some sort of
injury or something, we're good.
Which the way the NFL is going right now, man, everybody's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
J.J. Watt probably done for the season. COVID. If you're unvaccinated, close contact, you're out at least.
Yeah.
Like Lazard, he's not hurt or nothing, but he's close contact. Sorry, bro, you're out.
Well, poor AB, he had a COVID thing and then an ankle. He got spotted with crutches at practice. Probably not going to play again this week.
You know what it is? It's because we put him on such a fucking pedestal.
They just need to put him on ice for a little bit. Like, no need to rush him back. You need him healthy if you want to try to win the Super Bowl, though. They could win without him, but they
don't risk
him
it.
Healthy.
Yeah, don't risk it.
Don't rush him back for they play New Orleans this week. They're 10-point favorites or something. Don't rush him back for that. Take your win with Godwin and Evans and Gronk's back this week.
Don't be like J.J. Watt and finish out the game and end up tearing out your rotator cuff, your labrum, your bicep.
Yeah.
He probably will have a miserable life his last 20 years because he's going to be so unhealthy. And speaking of like the trade deadline's coming.
Tuesday.
There's big moves. Big move. Ingram is back with the Saints.
Yeah, Cooks isn't happy.
Or no, I'm sorry. Ingram's back with Baltimore.
No, he's with the Saints. You were right the first time.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's teamed up with Kamara again. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that might pay dividends to me. He's on my team.
Did you see Brandon Cooks?
Yeah, he was like, fuck this shit, or this is some bullshit.
Yeah, he's not thrilled.
Cooks is probably on the way out, too, though.
Just, he'd get traded for a first again, like he does every year? Just first.
I don't think he fetches first money now.
Yeah.
If they're saying Allen Robinson's going to get traded from the Bears for a fifth, Cooks is not a one.
Yeah. Cooks just keeps getting a one, though. I don't know why. His contract is friendly.
I think it's contract rich. It is right. It's only $1.5 million the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful contract.
Like, if you're the Packers, you can give a first up for Brandon Cooks?
No.
Have Cooks and Adams?
I wouldn't, because the Packers already don't have a backup plan for Rodgers.
Right.
They're 35.
Jordan Love.
They're $35 million over the cap next year.
Don't they think Jordan Love's the guy?
Do you keep paying, or do you find someone to take Love? Do you try to keep Rodgers? Like, bet on him?
Oh, if he stays, yeah. But I think he wants out.
I think he wants out too. But I would fight it.
And Devontae's a free agent next year.
Next year?
Next year. They could tag him, maybe. But I think they tagged him this year, so I think he would get...
Oh, shit. He juked out the defender. Was that Savage?
It's Hopkins.
I don't think... He juked him in the air. I'm not sure. That's a badass play by D-Hop.
I think he went out of bounds and then came back in and caught it.
Oh, no, don't do that, D-Hop. You're better than that. I fear God, homie. I fear God. You ever see that video?
Mm-mm.
Oh. So it was a Houston Texans, Washington football team, back when they were the Redskins, joint practice. And Dante Hall and DeAndre Hopkins were getting in a verbal sparring fight. And they started doing it in a... DeAndre's just like, I fear God, I fear God.
They called an offensive face mask.
He grasped it.
I've never seen an offensive face mask by a receiver in the history.
I've seen it on Zeke.
I've never seen it on a wide receiver. And
that's a how much do you think Kyler Murray had to pay a fine for that? His shoes don't match the team colors. I think that's like a $50,000 fine.
Is it still? 'Cause I thought this year they're starting to let people wear whatever shoes they want.
I mean, they might. That is just
I've never seen that called.
He shouldn't have grasped. Right there. He was good until he grasped.
Until that, yeah.
Just palm his... He has the shield. Like, you have great grip. You have gloves that can rip clothes.
Antonio Brown does used to do the punch.
Yeah.
They basically punch the face mask.
Perfect.
Well.
Because when you're getting hit like that, you have to blink.
I don't think that should be legal, but...
But it is.
It is. Yeah. Antonio is always toeing the line of what's legal, and that's why he's so good. He's one of the best at the sneaky push-off, too.
He's real good at that controlled...
The little... You get the breakaway. He's like, He's good.
I thought... So I was very... abrasive when Mitch Trubisky got taken by the Bears instead of Deshaun.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, I nailed that fucking pick. I am the GM of the year. Give me. I will say I was wrong about Kyler Murray.
I mean, good for their GM. They had Josh Rosen at the time. Remember? Josh Rosen had played one season. And he was like, yeah, no, Kyler Murray.
That's a ballsy move. And then consecutive number one pick. Well, Rosen was number 3, right?
Yeah, but it was a different GM.
Like, that's a...
Different GM, different head coach, and they were like, no, we're going to get our guy. And they made the correct decision. Rosen's, not even in the league. So...
That's right, he did get cut at the...
he can't make teams practice squads. I don't know if he did this year, but last year he couldn't find a roster spot. Meanwhile, Kyler, they're saying might be the MVP. I don't think he'll get it, but
it's one of those things you have to kind of give it to the legend.
Tom's gonna win.
It's not that Tom doesn't deserve it either.
Right now, he's PFF's #1 graded quarterback this season. He's earned, 20 touchdowns already?
21 touchdowns and 2,400 yards.
Yeah. I mean,
he's gonna
assuming
he has a Bears season in quarterback.
Assuming the Cardinals don't go undefeated or something crazy, I think they'll fall off, and I think Tampa will have a better record than them come into the season, and I think Tom will win the MVP.
The Bears are quickly approaching a sad stat. Fewest amount of touchdown passes in a season.
It's a 17-gamer.
In 17-game season. And in 2004, the leading touchdown, the most touchdown passes by a quarterback for the Bears in 2004 was 4.
Oof.
Team total passing touchdowns was 9. We are on pace for that.
That's brutal.
It is something.
That's brutal.
And it looks like the Bears are refusing to disclose where Matt Nagy is holed up and doing his coaching from. They're like, "Oh, you're not at Hallis Hall. Are you at home?" He goes, "No comment."
Did you already said about Justin Fields, by the way? I wanted to text you about it, but then I figured I could show you in person. Wow, there's Chase Edmonds' touchdown. But
Fast.
I was just gonna say they
I heard Lewis Riddick talking about Justin Fields today.
They had a play where Justin Fields has the ball. One of the coaches is yelling, "There's 12 men! There's 12 men! There's 12 men!"
I did.
And then you heard Nagy basically come out and say something ridiculous where he was like, "Oh, he's young. He's gonna get better." It's like the coach was telling him there's 12. You think Justin Fields is counting them? No.
So that was either Nagy or Laser, because they're the only two that can be in the quarterback's helmet when he called hike at 22 seconds because he was told. So I do wonder if it was Laser. I bet it was Nagy because Nagy's on the field and the offensive coordinator's up in the stands. He's up in the suites.
If it was Nagy, it's pretty crappy to then throw Fields under the bus.
He's legit trying to cause him to fail. Collusion.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
It is hard out here for a pimp. It's hard to be a Bears fan right now, to be honest with you.
Kins!
Because I love Justin Fields. I do. I can't help it. Game number 2. We both picked Cardinals in this one.
Yeah.
This is a big spread by a visiting team. 14.5 points, Rams. Texans.
I'm not Rams.
So you say it with such conviction, but you were 3-10 last week.
Yep. Rams. The Texans are terrible. I mean, maybe if they have Tyrod, but I don't think Tyrod comes back this week. So, I'll take the Rams. But I was 3-10 last week, so probably pick against me every single time and go 10-3.
I did see Tyrod's practice. He's eligible. You take Rams. I will also take the Rams. I think Stafford just having fun now. Now it's your team. Steelers at Browns. I'm surprised.
Steelers are dogs. I'll take the Steelers in the money line to win this week. Baker's supposed to play with a broken shoulder or something, and Chubb's only at 60%. So
I am surprised it's only 3.5 points in Cleveland. You watch any practice this week? How's Ben's jerk off arm? Looking good.
Ben doesn't practice on Wednesdays, so
Neither does Jimmy Graham.
yeah. So veterans don't practice on Wednesdays on a lot of teams. So he did practice today, but I mean Pittsburgh also has the advantage of we're coming off a bye, so we had 2 weeks to prep for this game. Everyone should be rested.
You're off a bye. That's right. I'll take Pitt.
I think Tomlin's actually a good coach, and I don't think Tomlin's going to USC.
That was an awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed watching him. Not to never say never. Never.
Yeah, and then he says there's no booster in USC with a big enough blank check.
And then his other thing about you're not asking Andy Reid if he's going. That was that dropped it. That was a.
Let's do it.
I really enjoyed it. And he's
Shut it down.
And he's so bug-eyed.
Well, and he also made a comment. He was like, I have one of the best coaching jobs in sports. Why would I leave? Well, and here's the other thing, too. When you coach a team like Pittsburgh, we don't have a lot of head coaching turnover, obviously. We've had 3 since Chuck Noll started in like the late 60s. You have a leash. So, like, right now, he's been a great coach, don't get me wrong. But he could be bad for a little bit.
I think he's earned that, for sure.
But Pittsburgh also is the type of team that's not going to just jump ship real quick for no reason.
They're not Chicago.
I mean, it's crazy when you see Pittsburgh's head coaches since, like, the 60s versus any other team. I mean, it's not even close.
Oh, yeah, it's not close because there's this historic. Because Power is there for like 18 years.
They had Noll,
Tomlin for
17.
17.
For like 20. Cowher for like 18, and now Tomlin's been there forever. I mean, in 60 years, we've had 3 coaches.
My Bears can't keep coaches. They can't keep quarterbacks. I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's the general manager's fault. I don't know. Ownership doesn't give a fuck because...
You got some good backs. Cohen looks good. Cohen.
Herbert, you mean?
Well, I like Cohen. And he's supposed to be back soon. Montgomery will be back. Herbert's looking good. I think Allen Robinson good. I think Darnell Mooney's okay. I don't know why you guys can't.
I do think
move
it's a scheme.
Football.
You got coaches yelling out 12 men in the field. And
something. I mean, Herbert had 100 yards rushing against the Bucks, who
hadn't given more than like 70.
They're a fantastic rushing defense.
They were number 1 in the league by a lot.
They probably still are.
I don't know how the Bears can be like the number 4 rushing team in the league and the number 32 offense. Like,
they can't throw.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, when you're going to be negative 32. Almost locked it in with that game against Cleveland.
1 net passing, but a total of 47 yards was.
That's going to break you. I mean, a bad game in today's NFL is probably like 250. I think 300 is like an average game, so 47 just sets you back so much.
300 is pretty average now,
yeah.
But the Bears don't have 300 yards ever.
But 47 in one game is just going to set you back so far. You can't catch up because the Bears aren't going to have like a 600-yard game. That's not happening.
I would be so happy with the 300-yard game.
Yeah. Yep.
It's so sad. It's hard to be a Bears fan. In an offensive world, we're just still banking on a defense to just keep us close, man. Bend, don't break. We'll march down. We'll run and kick a field goal. Lions, Eagles. It's Eagles 3.5-point favorite in Detroit.
I'll take it.
I'm taking Detroit.
I'll take the Eagles, and I'm going to lose it probably because you took the other team. So, and I just get it wrong. But I'll take Philly.
I got faith in Darren Campbell, man. He's just going to do it, and he feels so hard for them boys.
He went so bold last week.
God, that was
to cover the spread. He covered the spread.
It was exciting.
Yeah, and sorry I didn't text much. I was at Disney that day, so my texting was.
That's what you do now, huh?
It's my third time.
In like 4 weeks.
Yeah, we just got passes. We haven't been everywhere yet. Gotta check it out.
So do you really just spend like a shit ton of time just like standing in lines waiting to go around?
No, Marshall doesn't really care to ride stuff.
What do you do then?
So when we went to Animal Kingdom, I mean, obviously you can just look at animals. There's no line for that.
There's a zoo everywhere.
Yeah, there's a Lion King show, which is pretty cool.
The Lion King, like Circle of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They sing all the songs. We did wait in line for the safari ride, but that's like a 20-minute ride.
So you're pretending to go through like the Serengeti or something?
Yeah. That's like a 20-minute ride. You're in a truck and you drive through everything. You see animals. It's like a 45-minute wait for a 20-minute ride. So it's pretty awesome.
It's like an Epcot for the Serengeti.
Yeah. So I mean,
I can watch Planet Earth though, so like that doesn't get me.
He just likes seeing the stuff. So there's a playground also, a pretty awesome playground, a boneyard thing for kids. We took them there for a little bit. So yeah.
All right, so this is odd. We're going to take a real quick break so I can say I love yous to my family because some of them are going to bed. And BRB camera, music. Let's give it up for a little bit of Kool-Aid.
I've been drinking Kool-Aid jammers like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie. We play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. They've been with me for some time, and it's nice to know that they still by my side. Friends are like stars, 'cause no matter how far, when it's dark outside, they will be your light. We played Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but now learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime.
Hero. I wanna be a hero. Oh, the hero comes, I can hear the drums and a horse is drawn to the kingdom come through the pale moonlight. Our hearts ignite to the call. Oh, claim your prize for a crown of stars. In the name of love, be the sacrifice. You and I will stand and fight our backs to the wall. Hero.
goodish.
Good adjacent.
Yeah. I'm not getting a DCF call on me or anything.
Well, there you go. Shoot for the stars.
So I didn't realize how underrated the Cardinals defense was there. That stat popped up when I was giving Savannah a hug. That the Cardinals have 6 games of 20 points or less. That's pretty badass defense.
That's pretty good.
Rodgers almost threw a big-ass interception, but, of course, things just go his way.
Yep.
So, on to the next. I took Detroit. You took Philly. Bush League. It's a game I don't want to bet on. 4-point favorite, San Francisco 49ers at Chicago. I am taking Chicago because I have to, and 4 points is a lot considering that the Niners don't even know who the quarterback is.
I'll take the 49ers.
The Bears may suck, but we know Justin Fields is leading us there.
Do you have a quarterback if you don't throw? You might
He leads the league in sack percentage.
lead the league in something.
We also have a quarterback, the third fastest quarterback in like NFL history, who has less designed runs than Mac Jones, who has been compared to Tom Brady in physique and movement.
Yeah, that's not great.
With Matt Nagy being out all week, it has been refreshing to watch some of the players get to do their media coverage. So Jason Peters is like, oh, I've been in the league for 20 years. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. And he's just like, yeah, Larry Borum's back at tackle. He's off the IR. Tevin Jenkins, he's looking good. He's out there practicing now, but he can't come back. He's coming back in a couple weeks. Allen Robinson talked about the reason him and Justin Fields aren't on the same page is because they didn't get to do anything for training camp together because all the all the first string plays went to Dalton. It's like, man, I kind of like the Bears media coverage when the coach isn't there.
Yeah. You hate to hear that, though.
It does suck that the coach is the hindrance.
Yeah. Not ideal at all.
Now, if I was a betting man, I would like to be in the bets for like when they show the money line for which coach, the next coach of the Chicago Bears, and bet on that. I'm betting Bill Lazor.
You think so?
No, Dable from Buffalo.
Okay.
That's who I'm at. Who do you think the next coach of the Steelers is going to be? Since he's taking the USC job.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't think we have to talk about that for 5 or 6 seasons at least. Probably somebody you've never heard of.
Just like really no one had heard of Tomlin.
Yeah. I mean, the Rooneys do their due diligence, and they do a good job.
4th and 1, Packers inside the red zone.
Ooh, 5 for 10 for 39 yards for Rodgers. What a stat line.
I would like a better stat line from him considering he's on my fantasy team.
All this wait to the last second to try to get teams to jump. One of these times, a team is going to actually snap it, and the defense isn't going to be ready for it.
The Cardinals almost jumped off sides.
Yeah.
And then this one, another team that's been in a stir of controversy. Well, not quite like Texans controversy, but
Football team.
Carolina Panthers at Atlanta Falcons. Who is the Panthers quarterback?
It'll be Darnold again.
Nope. Darnold's bench. They are going with Mike White.
Mike White is Jets.
Wait. They said it already. That's not.
Phillip Walker? PJ Walker?
Maybe it is Darnold.
I think Darnold's going to get a crack at it. They benched him for PJ Walker last week.
Yeah, I saw that. That was.
But they'll give him another shot.
Sam Darnold did good. Tricking me, man. He tricked me. I thought he might. Maybe does suck. Maybe he is Josh Rosen 2.0.
Oh, no. We'll see. Interesting stat, though, for Robbie Anderson. You ready for this?
Robbie Anderson? Oh.
Robbie Anderson of the Panthers.
Uh-huh.
He is 7th in the NFL in targets this season. 7th in the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think he ranks in receiving yards?
130.
78th.
I know because I'm a fantasy team, so I knew it was really god awful. So every time I get an update on our league,
how's that impossible?
it's like another atrocious outing for Robbie Anderson.
He leads the NFL in drops. And then on top of that,
He's had, I think,
only
2 touchdowns.
61% of his passes have been deemed catchable. but
That's
he
rough.
7th in the NFL in targets. So it's pretty. Eventually, he's gonna have a big game, but he'll be on your bench because you can't trust him. If you're getting targeted that much, 1 week it'll work out. It could be this week against the Falcons.
Don't even know him. With that being said, I am taking Carolina.
I'm gonna take Atlanta. Carolina's offense is a mess right now.
I think Matt Ryan's arm's going to start going out this week.
Kyle Pitts.
Man, what did he have, like 165 yards catching last week? Man.
He's turning it up, and Calvin Ridley's back, so.
He might be a player.
Yeah.
Dolphins at 14-point favorite. Buffalo Bills. I'm taking Miami. It's not cold yet there. Tua's looked really good the last couple weeks.
I'll take Miami, too.
14 points is a lot.
It's a division game. 14 points is a lot in a divisional game. So I'll take Miami. I don't feel good about it, though. I stay away. 10-point spreads and up, I don't touch in betting ever. I would never bet a 10-point spread. It's too much. You could be killing a team by 16, and then they score a touchdown late, and it doesn't even matter, and boom, you didn't cover. So I don't.
What
a second effort.
A good second effort. 10.5-point Cincinnati Bengals at New York Jets. I'm taking Cincy.
Give me Mike White in the gang.
Oh, was it Joey Franchise is going to lead the way? Jamar Chase, he's going to eat the Jets alive.
Probably.
I think. Oh, little Joey. Man, Jamar Chase, how the media is just evil. All that talk of Jamar Chase can't catch the ball, he can't see because he didn't have the stripes on the front and back of the ball, and he goes and sets the records for like most receiving yards by a rookie.
201 yards last week.
Granted, one was helped by like an 81-yard slant.
201 though. Take that play out, he has 120 yards. And plus that dude has had like a 50-yard catch in every game this season.
Yeah, he has more 30-yard catches than like 8 teams or 9 teams. Yeah. Obviously, the Bears are one of those teams because I don't know if we even have a 30-yard catch. Yeah. The Bears are historically awful in offense.
I guarantee you has more than the Steelers too because our only ones have went to Deontay. Yeah, Deontay doesn't have more yards than him. So
next up, Tennessee Titans, Houston Oilers at
the Baltimore Colts.
The Baltimore Colts, yeah. Colts are 2-point favorites.
Yeah, give me the Titans.
I'm taking Indy then. I'm gonna take Indy. That's that spread. If it was 3, I got one of the games right last week because you picked on the other end of the 2.5 points, and it was like the Raiders game or something. It won by 2. I think it was Raiders Vikings. Was that what it was?
Oh yeah, like a 2-point game, I think.
I'm taking Indy. Carson's turning the corner. He's turning the corner. He's gonna do it.
All right.
He did have that fucking awkward ass weird pitch flip interception. Like
nope,
what?
Nope, not a pick.
Is it a fumble?
They ruled it a fumble. It was a pick. Don't get me wrong. But all right, here's a fun activity for you. How many interceptions does Carson Wentz have this season?
1.
He threw 2 last week, but he has 1 on the whole year. That's pretty impressive to throw 2 picks in one game and only have 1 pick on the season. It's hard to do.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Doesn't even make any sense, but hey. That's where we are.
Man, the Cardinals really are like really trying to stop him. Like there's no give in there. Am I? Oh, it's a different league.
Don't be that announcer. The Cardinals are playing like they want to win this game. They would like to win this game instead of lose. I think they'd prefer the Packers not to score.
I am going for my best Joe Buck impersonation.
Oh my gosh, he's so bad. It's so bad when he's like, you know what? I think the Cardinals would be better off if the Packers don't score in this possession. I really think they would prefer to be up at halftime. Like, he says stuff like that, and it's like, oh, really? They want to be up at half? Yeah, okay. No, 7-7.
He tried really hard to get that.
I guess the way Mason Crosby played that 1 week, I can't say 7-7 yet.
That's true. He barely made it. Isaiah Simmons is a fucking beast, too. That dude is so fast. I do think he did.
Let's see the ball, though. He made it.
Oh. Ooh.
I don't know if he made it. That ball might have, like, force field not ever came in. You know, they're not going to look at it?
Oh, man, he did not have it by a lot.
They didn't even look at it, though?
I mean, I think they always look at it. I think New York was always looking at it.
That was fast, because look. Dude, I don't know.
He might not have made it. He might not. They have to give something for the sports.
His body made it easily, but the ball, I don't know if it did. I don't know. That's tough. Did you see that 1 week that Tyreek Hill caught a touchdown and no one noticed? It was a deep ball in the end zone where, like, it landed on Tyreek Hill's back.
Oh, and he
actually turned around and, like, held it and then ran off and dropped it. No one noticed, but it was a touchdown.
I only saw it because fucking Twitter showed me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't even think we follow each other on Twitter. We've sent each other tweets umpteen times through text message. Never followed.
That's not great.
The mac and cheese Pats at San Diego Chargers. Chargers are 4-point favorites.
Give me the Chargers. I don't buy the New England's any good.
I'm with you.
I know they beat the brakes off the Jets, but that's the Jets. I mean, and Zach Wilson got injured during the game, and who knows how long he played while hurt.
You also have to think Belichick owns the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact
they beat teams they should. I mean, that's the thing about Belichick is they beat teams they should beat, but there's only so much you could do when you're outclassed. And the Patriots like to take your best weapon. Who they take this week? Who they try to take out? Mike Williams? Keenan Allen? Eckler? It's never good when you have three that I can name, and I don't know who they'll target.
I think they will also struggle to stop Eckler because that seems to be the trend of how to beat the Patriots. Like, if you can spread enough to pull the linebackers back,
well, the
dump
problem
it under.
is they try to take away your favorite person. And when you have three guys like that, it's they can't do what they like to do defensively. Because it doesn't work. If they say we're taking away Mike Williams, Keenan Allen and Eckler will beat the living crap out of them.
Who are the corners?
If they say they're going to take out Keenan Allen, then Williams and Eckler. They're going to take out Eckler,
and Williams blow the doors off you.
Williams and Allen. I mean, that's the problem is they have two really good receivers and a great running back. So it's not going to work.
They got Cook at tight end too, right? No. Cook's, man.
It's because most they have Jared Cook, but most offenses you can really key in. Like, if you play the Packers, they would double Devontae Adams, and they would kind of load the box against Aaron Jones and say, beat us by throwing it to the other people. And I mean, that's what they do, and it works. Like, that's how they used to beat Pittsburgh. They loaded the box against Bell, doubled Antonio.
Yeah,
and they basically said, beat us with other people.
So yeah, it was it has a name. It's like double box or something like that.
And don't get me wrong, I mean, Antonio still had like 100 yards and because you can't actually take him out of the game, but they kept him from beating them.
And it destroys the efficiency, so it's a quick drive killer.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get 200 yards, but you couldn't take Brown out. Actually, Belichick had a quote. This is why he ended up being a Patriot. He said that Antonio Brown is the only player that he's ever game planned against where he said that I knew going in there was no way for me to take him away. He said every other player I felt pretty comfortable I could take them out of the game if I wanted to. He goes, Antonio, you triple him and he's going to still get his.
There's just no comparison to his footwork.
So they actually had games where, like when we had Martavis, where they actually
Dropsies Bryant?
Yeah. Where they actually would load the box and put their best corner on Martavis. And they basically were like, Antonio's going to have to 350 yards today. He's going to have to do all of it. And Antonio would have like 170 and two scores, but Brady would score more than two times, you know? So
That is brilliant, though. Just go ahead, get yours. It's kind of like
you can't beat us every single play.
it was truly like game planning against the Bulls. Jordan's gonna get 40.
Yep.
Nobody else is getting anything.
Yep. Let Jordan score his points.
Yep. Then we got to see Jags at Seahawks. Seahawks are 3.5 point favorites.
What would the spread be if Wilson was healthy?
7.
I mean, the thing is,
Because
it
the
wouldn't surprise
Seahawks
me if
don't.
it's 8.5.
The Seahawks suck at covering. They're not big scores.
Well, what's crazy is Pete Carroll actually said it. He said that if he didn't have Russell Wilson, he probably would have been gone a long time ago. But
He's probably right.
the thing is, I think Russell Wilson, for his team, has the biggest effect on spread between him and his backup.
Probably.
And it's not because he's necessarily the best quarterback. It's just he's their team.
He's a leader.
When he's their whole team. Their offensive line's terrible. He extends plays like tremendously. He doesn't turn the ball over. Metcalf is good, but that's their only offensive player who I think is actually good.
Tyler Lockett.
He's okay. I don't.
Has he been like top 10 in receiving for like 5 years in a row?
No. I mean, he's had some decent years, but I mean, I don't think that Tyler Lockett is the number 2 receiver on a lot of teams.
It's just that beautiful deep ball. He gets all those yards because Russ can throw them
like,
anywhere.
I mean, the problem is like he would be on the Packers because they have one guy, but like you look at it, like on the Bengals, he probably isn't the number 2.
He might be 3, between Higgins and Chase.
Yeah, and they have Tyler Boyd, and he's
Oof.
also good. Like there are a lot of teams now.
Tyler Boyd.
There are a lot of teams now that have 2 or 3 receivers. So I don't know where Lockett would actually rank. But like the Chiefs, I think Mahomes is the best quarterback, but they still have Tyreek Hill. They still have Travis Kelce. Like, I don't think that Mahomes changes the spread as much as Wilson just because of that.
This will be my risky one of the week. I'm taking Jacksonville because the spread is over a field goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think they win, but I think the Seahawks take it by 3.
Not
cover.
I'll take Seattle and feel absolutely terrible about it.
Fair enough.
I just feel gross. I feel gross picking either side of that, honestly. This
is one you'd never touch in an actual bet.
No, it all feels gross.
I wouldn't bet this one either. Washington football team at
another thing about
3.5 point favorite.
That game, the Jaguars-Seahawks game, you could tell me the final score is 38-35. You could tell me the final score is 13-6, and I'm like, all right. Like either way, like
figures.
They're both bad, just on both sides. So I don't know what's gonna win out in that. Like sometimes both offenses shine, sometimes it's both defenses shine, sometimes one of them just kills the other one. It's how you put 2 bad teams against each other.
I think it's going to be a game that it's fucking ugly.
I think there's going to be a decent amount of points.
I think it's going to be a low scoring based on turnovers that shouldn't have happened.
See, the
dropsies.
The amount of pass attempts that Jacksonville attempts, it just keeps the game flying.
And I think Lawrence throws 2 interceptions.
And if they go for 6,
and I think he has a fumble.
But yeah, that gives Seattle a short field. If they score, then Lawrence is going to have to score. It's kind of like Jameis that year with Tampa. He just
30-30 year?
He manifested high-scoring games because he's like, I'm going to throw 6 touchdowns, 4 to my team, 2 to the other team. I'm going to fumble twice.
Oh, man, KFC's chicken sandwich there looks looking good.
It is pretty yummy. All right, what else we got?
The shit bag of the game. That's the second shit bag. Washington football team at the 3.5 point favorite Broncos.
Washington football team.
It's Teddy Two Glove, right?
Yep, I'm gonna go Washington football team.
Yeah, I'm taking Heineken, man. I want a cold brew, and I think he's gonna get me there.
I don't even know who's gonna win that game. So I'll take the points.
Heineken almost had 100 yards rushing last week.
Yeah,
against Green Bay. At 95
Jerry
yards.
Judy's back.
Who's going to fucking throw? I don't think Teddy
Two Gloves is going to throw it to him.
They talk about players holding the ball too long before they throw it. I don't feel like any quarterback holds the ball as long as Teddy Bridgewater. The numbers may say something totally different, but it just always feels like he's climbing up the pocket to dump it down. lately.
Yeah.
4.5 point favorite Bucks at Saints. I'm taking the Bucks all day.
Oh, just 4.5?
Yep.
That's it?
Yeah.
Bucks, lock of the week. That's when I would bet right now if I could get that 4.5 point spread.
I mean, it's probably. I'll pick another one too because this one's yours. You get it because you call it.
I mean,
Oh, looks at talk about lock of the week. My next one. That's what I'll make. Cowboys at the 2.5 point favorite Vikings.
the Vikings the favorite?
Yep, I'm taking Dallas lock of the week.
I'll take Dallas.
Man, that's two games that really. What the fuck?
It's wild, man. Is Dak out?
You would think
It doesn't even matter. I'd probably take Dallas anyway.
that's the
to
number
cover.
one offense versus the. It seems like the Vikings are really struggling to do anything offense. They're not cohesive. 2 good drives a game. They're kind of like the Bears, but look better doing it.
This last game. 1 and freaking 22 now? The last 23 games now?
Who?
This next one against the spread.
Oh, I'm taking Kansas City. Giants at 9 point favorite Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs because I have never heard so much bad talk about them as I have this week.
They're 1 and 23 now against the spread.
Because you kept betting on them. So I think you should take the Giants so I can take the win. ATS, baby.
I'm taking Kansas City. They have to turn it around eventually.
I mean, at this point, they are who they are. They are who we thought they were.
But can the Giants actually put up points? I mean, I don't know.
You know, what else can Danny Dimes do? He's the leading rusher. He's diving and getting one-handed catches.
I need Tony back for my dynasty.
See, that's where I'm at. I kind of want him back for you, but I want him back for me in my other league. I am 0-7 in my other league because
Yikes.
my car broke down and I auto-drafted. So I was working on my car. Auto-draft happened. I'm 0-7.
We had a guy auto draft in the family league in my family league last year, and he won.
Son of a bitch.
It auto drafted him just studs.
He's that guy, huh?
Well, last year he avoided the major injuries in the first couple rounds. He just got guys that worked out. He had Dalvin Cook, I think. He was like the
one time he
the one first round guy who didn't get broken.
My first round pick in that league was Saquon.
Yeah.
Who else do I have in that league? I have been riddled in that league. Barkley, Hunt, Tony, Gallup.
The World Series is picking back up tomorrow. Game 3 tomorrow.
Who do you got? I would like the Braves to win.
Same. I think Houston takes it.
They might. They really might.
I think they're better, but I want it to be the Braves. 1-1 right now. Did you hear Tom Glavine's quote about the Astros?
Fuck them.
No, he said, I don't hate him at all. He goes, everyone in baseball is trying to cheat, so I don't see the big deal.
He's right.
I guess. But I mean, tells you that he cheated on the mound, obviously.
Stickum was totally legal.
Yeah.
All of those substances the pitchers used have been legal forever.
No, I just think a camera is so different. The fact they knew what pitch was coming at home.
Well, yeah, that was the trash can and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that was legit stuff.
That's what everyone's still mad at him for. And that's the thing, it's like, that's...
The Altuve thing, it's a whole
Don't take
nother
it off,
level.
Yeah, like that's... It's one thing to be like, we're trying to steal signs, we're trying to use a substance to grip the ball better. Like, knowing what pitch it is such a big difference.
If you want to destroy your body, take your fucking roids, but you still got to be able to hit the curveball.
Yeah. But you don't know it's
Without no... Correct. And I don't see that being... That 21st tech cheating is way different than
Yeah.
the old school. Steroids, cocaine.
It's like Spygate. You know, Pittsburgh could be awesome if we knew what play the defense is going to be running. Or if you knew what play the offense is going to be running.
How much of that was true? I don't even know.
100% of it was true. What do you mean?
Like, what were they actually... Was the camera
They were recording the opposing team's sidelines.
practices or games?
Games. So they knew the plays.
They knew the call, so they were trying to read lips. So that's why everyone's doing.
Yeah, they knew plays.
Fastball.
They got
corner
caught.
pocket.
They got caught against the Jets of all teams. The Jets were like, that's the weird thing, is the Jets were like 3-12 at the time, and the Patriots were like 12-3 or something, and they were caught cheating against them.
Of all teams, yeah, you don't need to cheat against.
Yeah,
the Jets are one of them.
Just shows you they're perversely doing it. I mean, they were doing it in games that didn't matter. But like Deflategate, I could give a crap about, to be honest with you.
I don't
care.
know. I don't understand how they say a deflated ball gives a competitive advantage.
You fumble less.
You also can't throw it as far because it's heavier. Because it's got less air in it, so its fly pattern is worse.
Yep. I mean, that's the whole thing. And they said that Peyton Manning said he put it the deflated ball. He came out and defended Tom's eye, put a deflated ball. All my balls are deflated. And they said a lot of quarterbacks do that. And then they said because a lot of quarterbacks, their hands, they can grip it better.
Especially later in the year when it gets cold.
Yep. Later in the year, you don't fumble as much, and then the quarterbacks grip it better. But then Aaron Rodgers and Roethlisberger, I guess, they're known for liking him pumped up.
Right. And Aaron discussed that. And he's like, I like it at the top of the
range, yeah.
Did he fucking touch that ball? I will be. They are saying he touched it, didn't they? Oh, okay. I do know how much the refs love Green Bay.
He did.
Like, dude, you fucking touched it.
Yeah, he touched it. He definitely touched it.
This is 2021. There are 8K cameras on you. Don't do that.
Yeah, he touched it. That's Packers ball.
At any given, look at the sky cam shows where there's
His
a
finger
camera within
literally
4 feet of his body. Like, dude,
Yep.
what
Yep.
the fuck are you doing?
Yep, that's Packers ball.
That's how you get benched. Don't do this bullshit. Like it's like the NBA when you. No. All ball.
Corners
Yep.
with pass interference.
Holding.
Whenever. Yep. Yep.
So, this is the new iPhone.
Oh, you get it?
It came today.
You set it up yet?
I haven't even opened it yet.
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't even going to get it, but my phone decided it's a way different blue. My phone decided it wants to not acknowledge my keyboard. So like I don't use the natural keyboard. This is the iPhone keyboard. I always use SwiftKey. It's owned by Microsoft. It works way better than Apple's version of it. But every time I switch pages, it'll just go blank. And then I have to leave the app and keep going back into it.
Ugh.
And I have to restart my phone every single day. I don't know if I'm using too many apps at one time or what. So it is a way different blue.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I got to get that on camera. I say that because I thought this was Sierra Blue. But when I went to order it, this was the only one that I could get within 2 days. All the other ones are out until December. Yeah, the camera doesn't quite pick it up as much. Well, yeah, it does. Do you use iCloud?
No.
So I will be. This is the first time that I've had to use the cloud. Because I didn't want the biggest phone. That's how they get you. They charge you more for the phone by, people die. So I take a lot of pictures now.
Mm-hmm.
Since Jackson was born, he's 11 months, I've probably taken, if I count the ones that I've deleted because I'll burst shot it, I've probably taken 6,000 or 7,000 photos. I deleted a lot, but we just had family photos of him and Savannah, and then ones of just him. Then we went to the pumpkin patch, and we did something the week before that. So in 3 weeks' time, I took 700 pictures.
Jeez.
I deleted like 5. So like it's constant. So like I need to have the room. This is why the Packers win. Was that a catch? I didn't even watch. I wouldn't even watch.
Unbelievable.
OBJ here. Nope.
What a catch, though. But he's out of bounds. Wow, though. He threw a rocket. I don't know how he caught it so easily.
Well, have you felt how strong NFL gloves are?
Still. That was insane, man.
And they're in Arizona, so it's super dry.
Yeah, now they said incomplete.
They didn't want to have anyone challenge it.
Do it again. Same play. Throw another rocket at him, but have
Well, in
him
my
not
other
run quite as
fantasy
far.
league, make it. Nicole's texting me from inside the house. She wants to order a happy birthday neon sign to begin a tradition.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting tradition.
And yeah, so in my other
You
league,
said order. I was like, what are we ordering?
a
like,
fucking
pizza,
neon
wings,
sign.
let's
You know,
go.
I asked for a podcast neon sign that would hang in the back, probably between the Bryant jersey. Like on camera, it'd be like at the very top of that black pole.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't. I had to order all my birthday presents. I want Tunyon. If someone's going to score, a pass to Tunyon helps me in both leagues.
How about Winfrey? They just threw to whoever
Nobody
Winfrey
fucking
is.
knows who Winfrey is.
Oprah. Oh my gosh, is someone going to cover Tanyan? That might be a flag. No.
It's crazy. Like when Rodgers throws a ball, it looks like it's going to be way short, but it just like it darts. I don't know how it can. It's like it defies physics. The way it stays flat.
I can't believe they threw it all 3 times.
It's because they should have thrown it to fucking Tunyon.
They should have ran the ball on 2nd down after not getting it on 1st, honestly.
Listen, Pete Carroll don't throw the ball on 4th and goal. Aaron Rodgers don't run the ball on 4th and goal.
Wow,
They probably should have went for it on 4th because
The
who
Cardinals
knows?
are extremely fortunate in holding them to a field goal.
Mason
here.
Crosby don't always make it. I'm going to fucking lose again every week. Every fucking week, man. It's something. One team gets me. Also, why does iPhone still use the lightning cable? I don't get why they haven't switched to the universal, the USB-C.
You also don't get a block with the new phone.
I don't use the new blocks anyway.
You don't get a block. That's absurd.
Well, it's an environmental move. So they say.
No, it's a cheap move.
Cheap move. I mean, they don't give you headphones either anymore.
No, you diddly poo.
It's all right. I've actually given away. So I've had every iPhone since the 3GS. I have probably given away 6 pair of headphones.
It's wild.
Speaking of going to parks, I need to get a beer first. Because it's funny because you talk about how going to parks and you going to Disney and shit.
Yeah. Go grab me an ice frozen piece of Tilly's.
Yeah.
From my mistake,
You can't say it.
my baggage has too much weight. So my bed is where I stay.
I'm funny. So I decided.
I want to fly away,
Funny motherfucker.
far from my mistake. My baggage has too much weight. So my bed is where I stay.
As I was just going to say, I'm retracting before I even say it. There's a Tilly's Pizza, as we discussed. You didn't follow through, so we don't get to try your King's Pizza or whatever.
Pizza King, yeah.
Yeah, pizza. No king, no royal.
We'll have to order it. It's it wasn't gonna be able to be here in a week or whatever. They're slower. Their shipping service is worse.
Ours arrived unexpected. We didn't even get a shipping notification. Nicole just kind of came home and it was in the front door. Sausage, pepperoni, and onion. The pizza is preheating right now, or the oven's preheating. I'm excited. I was gonna have breakfast for dinner. I was excited for that, but Savannah's therapy session was at 4. They did the whole hour today instead of like 35 minutes or 40 minutes. I didn't get home until fucking 6 o'clock. So I am the cook in the house. I usually start cooking dinner at like 4:30. You know, when I was 6, the whole game plan was off. So Nicole made breakfast for dinner, which was cooking still when you got here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want cold hash browns. So I was bypassing dinner altogether.
If you eat cereal for dinner, is that considered eating breakfast for dinner?
It's funny you talk about cereal.
Or is that just called being poor?
We talked about cereal, and then Publix had General Mills cereal BOGO. And I talked about Basic 4.
Mm-hmm.
General Mills. Reese's Puffs. General Mills.
There you go.
So I bought both.
General Mills kills it.
I've been eating a bowl of cereal every night.
Heck yeah.
It's my dessert.
I have an uncle. This is borderline on insane. He eats a bowl of Frosted Flakes every single night, like 8 or 9 p.m.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like you can go to a buffet with him at 5. What does it matter? Go home.
Bowl of cereal.
Sit on his
Frosted Flakes. It's always Frosted Flakes.
Sit
you know?
just tidy-whitey. He's watching his TV. Bowl of Frosted Flakes. He's done that for like 40 years.
Man crush on Tony the Tiger.
But he's done that for like 40 years. It's weird, man. Dude, it's weird when people get these weird habits where they just do something.
The weird tics of human beings. It's pretty.
Yeah, where they just get this weird goal in their mind where he's like, I eat this every day.
Oh shit! DeAndre Hopkins is out.
Well, that's not good.
Questionable to return with a hamstring injury.
Oh.
I have to log out of iCloud on here before I can activate that other phone. I'm really impressed by the Cardinals defense. Like, to watch them this whole game, like it's aggressive, hard-hitting defense.
I agree, but
As I was saying, fuck the Packers. My mom walked out. She's a huge Packers fan. She probably has a Packers shirt on right now. She works every Saturday and Sunday, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. I'm to the point in my life, I don't think I could do that job knowing that I would never be able to really watch football or my favorite team at all. Couldn't do it.
yeah.
Kind of like you getting Disney passes. Now you can't watch football.
What are you talking about? Yes, I can. I'm not missing the Steelers game. Steelers were bye week last week. Man.
Okay.
I'm not going. I wouldn't have went. We wouldn't have went.
We wouldn't have went. So would Bethany ever go without you?
No. I mean, she's not opposed. She's not driving 2 hours.
But
that's the kicker. She's not driving 2 hours anywhere.
how much would it
without me.
affect you guys if, say, she plans a family event and you didn't want to go? Would she go and then let you hear about it, or?
I mean, I would never not go to a family event. She would never plan one during a Steelers game.
That's where we differ. So that's it.
She wouldn't do it. I told her last week. I let her know before. I was like, hey, if you want to go do something this Sunday, Pittsburgh's on bye this week. We can do it. Not this Sunday, like not this weekend, but the weekend after when the Steelers play Monday Night Football. She wants to do something on Sunday. I'm down. I'm not going to have just every single week of football be prioritized over doing stuff, but Pittsburgh's priority. I tell her every year, I'm like, it's 16 to 20 weeks or whatever of 20 times a year for 3 hours. I want to be home. It's not crazy. I don't ask for anything else in the relationship. That's my big ask. So I get to watch Steelers games.
Considering how much more I cook and clean, that's why I thought. She's like, well, you can't do it every week. And I was like, the Bears are like on live, like they're on here. Why would you plan something like you know? She'll still do it. She does. Oh, you can't have all season. I was like, they're on like 5 times a year here.
Yeah,
that it's actually on TV here. So like for you to say like all season is not
I
the
haven't
same.
missed a Steelers game since like 6th grade. So the only reason I missed the game in 6th grade is because I wasn't allowed to stay up to watch it. So I could watch the first half, which is such a tease, by the way. Watching a first half of a game and then going to bed. And, oh, good, it's 14-10. I'm going to go to bed. I have no idea what's going to go on.
All right, develop this nice emotional attachment to the game and don't finish it.
Like, whenever that happened in 6th grade, I was like, man, I hope that we're up or down, like 28-0 at half. So I know the outcome before I go to bed.
You should just be a fan of the Bears then. Then you'll know. Hey, we're down 21-0 in the first quarter. All right.
Good, we lost. I can go to bed.
Let me do I'll do the dishes.
But yeah, no, it's
When it was 14-0 with like 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take the garbage out. So I'm breaking down boxes and stuff. Like I watched like 7 more snaps and it was just atrocious.
I'm in the market for a new television. This is the year. This Black Friday. I made an agreement with Bethany last like December. Or like early December. Early December. I was like, next Black Friday. TV. Because I'm not buying one. I wasn't gonna buy one unless there was a crazy deal. I'm reading online that early November there's early releases. Like the first week in November, Best Buy does a sale that last year was better.
Our Best Buy, yeah, the one on the corner.
I heard last year that the Best Buy deal was actually better.
Yep.
Than their Black Friday deals.
It's gonna work. Oh my god, I thought they were gonna catch it.
I think.
Good. I'd rather it not be an interception because it just hurts. It's just fantasy bullshit. But this Best Buy is great because we live in such an old ass fucking area. You don't have like those big city lines or anything like that, unless you're in it for appliances. So the 2 times that I've gone to that Best Buy for Black Friday stuff, good luck getting the Dyson. Good luck getting the new washer and dryer. That's the stuff that there's people, grandmas elbowing the shit out of you for it.
See, I'm ready. Big old TV. Because my TV was big when I bought it.
What is it now?
It's a 55-inch. So when I bought it, that was big. Now it's not.
How old is that? 55 is like spare TV territory now.
I know. It was 20...
4 years?
15?
I say anything if it's more than 4 years because like it's gone crazy the past like 3 years.
It's like 6 years old now. It'll be coming up on 7. So like it's old enough that like at the time like my 55-inch TV was like a statement. Like I had it in my bedroom at college and like whenever people would see it they were like, "Geez, that's in your room?" And now 55-inch people are like, "Yeah, that's about right." Like it's funny how that changed. Like I had a 32-inch TV was my first flat screen TV. And like I was pretty pumped about it.
The first yours that you bought?
First one that I had that was mine. First flat screen.
How old were you when you got your first TV?
Like for TV,
Yours.
like just TV.
For you, yep. Did it just get put in? Okay.
Like I've only bought one TV in my life. And that was this last one. My parents bought me the 32-inch one for Christmas. The 32-inch flat screen TV.
How old were you?
High school.
You didn't have a TV in your room before then?
No, I did. I was only talking about flat screen.
No. Your first TV. You probably had one when you were born. You're quite a bit younger than I am.
Yeah, I basically always had a tube TV in my room.
I'm just curious how it is.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I can remember. I'm sure, I mean, I doubt that, like, my nursery had a TV in it, but but my parents never let me sleep with the TV on.
Does Marshall have a TV?
No.
Me and Nicole were talking about that.
We're not going to
I'm
get
okay
a
with him
TV.
not getting one. It's fine. Yeah.
But we'll get him one when he's older. I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea of a TV in your room. I won't let him sleep with it on.
So the TV that's in Savannah's room has a motion sensor on it. If it's 15 minutes of inactivity of movement, it goes black, and it'll play 10 minutes of audio with a black screen.
That's awesome.
I wish every TV had that. I missed that feature on ours.
Yeah, because you don't need to be sleeping with your TV on all night.
I like to go to sleep with noise,
Yeah.
not necessarily video. So I'll put a TV show on,
Yep.
and usually Netflix will hit you with the "Are you watching?"
And the hard part about that is it's just
It does make for worse sleep.
you
they
don't
say.
sleep quality. And for an adult, whatever. Do what you want. But like for your like 8-year-old who has to get up and go to school, like that's a lot to ask for a kid who's, you know, because the problem is you could be sleeping and you could be getting deep sleep during TV. I really believe that. But the problem is TV volume is so not stable that when it gets loud, shockingly loud,
Especially
like,
if you're like YouTube, or
well, ads on TV are louder than the actual show.
yeah, and like us as the creator, I can flip it up and like bam, all of a sudden it's loud as fuck. Yep. You want me to take a break?
We can be close to done.
The TVs, because we're gonna be doing the pizza here in a minute. I got my first TV for my 5th birthday. 24.5-inch RCA, very heavy TV.
485-pound television.
I know I couldn't pick it up,
Dude, TVs are light now too.
and it was given to me, and my parents put it in the basement. And they're like, "Oh, your present's downstairs." So I was like, "Oh, what is it? What is it?" And then you just don't even notice it because like it's just part of the environment, not something on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, I'm 5. It's in the basement. I can't move it upstairs to my room.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have several days after it was given to me. It's got to stay down there because Dad didn't want to put it in my bedroom. And once that happened and I finally got my own TV, I fell in love with Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
All that. Keenan and Kel. Rocko's Modern Life.
Doug.
I was a big Rugrats fan. Rugrats is probably on its way out. We're probably almost 6 years apart, right? I'm 33,
I just turned 27.
and I just turned 33. So we're a full 6 years apart.
Yeah, I think I'm just a shade under because your birthday's
September 18th, and you're August 19th.
yeah.
Yep,
I'm a month. Got a month.
5 years and 11 months.
Yeah.
Were you a Nickelodeon or a Disney kid?
It's gonna be weird, but neither. Neither.
ESPN kid?
A little, but no. I like Pokemon,
Huge.
and that was channel 4.
I remember you were 4?
Channel 4.
Oh,
Which like CW or something. I don't even know what had Pokemon.
yes. CW.
Yes, like it's. I like.
It was everywhere. Honestly, it was everywhere.
I like Pokemon a lot. I mean, I love SpongeBob.
Hmm?
So that was Nickelodeon, and I Fairly Odd Parents, okay, which is also Nickelodeon. But I didn't really watch a ton. I wasn't allowed to watch a ton of TV. We were only allowed so much screen time, and I chose video games as my screen time most of the time. So I'd watch some SpongeBob. I always watched Pokemon.
My parents were much more lax, I think, on it. It's a great babysitter.
Yeah.
I was always lucky in that I had every top of the line game system pretty much as soon as they came out. I had a Super Nintendo pretty early on. N64, week of release.
Yeah, 64's something.
GameCube, not as close. My dad actually made me rent the GameCube a few times from a local Family Video. I had it, but I also had an Xbox and a PS3.
Family Video is somehow kicking still. I don't.
Cricket Wireless. They are a certified retailer of Cricket Wireless. Kind of like that. Where are you at? You know where I'm at, and I know where you're at. You don't know? You don't remember those commercials? Man, young bucks, you don't even know. What's your goal for a TV to get? How big of a TV? What's your
Big? I don't know.
So in our living room is a 75. Go bigger.
Go bigger than that. How big do they go right now? 86?
You can get up to an 89 before it has to change what kind of panels are involved.
86.
Once it hits 90, it has to affect with how much electricity flowing through it. Because there was a 92, but it required 2 plugins that I wanted to get. But I was going to get.
I think I'm at least going 70.
Have to. Well, 70 you can get huge deals on. If you don't care what names on the TV.
Mm-hmm. Same with 75s even now.
Mm-hmm.
85 is like the biggest I'm seeing right now. Like there's a lot of 85s, but they're pretty much only the big ones right now. Like Samsung, LG, that kind of thing.
Once you start getting big, you have to look into specs.
Mm-hmm.
Refresh rate.
Yep.
So if you're not an ultra high def movie watcher, refresh rate means a whole lot less. Mm-hmm. So these are 75 hertz. It's basic. 60 is pretty much as low as you can go now. Low as you can go. 120 is becoming the standard. That's what the new iPhone 120.
See, I always bought at least one. My TVs, both of them, my flash screens I bought were 120.
Mid-tier TVs is 165.
I've seen faster, have you ever watched a 240?
These monitors are 244.
Sometimes on a TV though, like a big TV that has a really high refresh rate, sometimes it almost looks video game-esque.
Yes,
and then it almost makes things look less realistic.
You have to fuck with the settings because yes, everything looks like that soap opera, weird movements. Mm-hmm. Not a cool.
It's too smooth, which is weird to say, but it's too smooth, and your eye picks it all up, and it makes everything look weird.
It's weird. It's weird that things can be hyper realistic, so much so that they make not
to the
realistic.
Point where your eyes pick it up better on a TV screen, I think, than they do in the real world.
And then you have to think now.
So well lit.
Oh, pizza's done. Where's the BRB? I'll be back. I have to take this pizza out and I have to cut it. Zach is to try the famous Tilly's Ballyhoo sausage, pepperoni, and onion pizza. It's so fucking good. I'm fucking stoked for him to try it. I love watching people try it. My first friend Dave, he tried it for the first time. He ate the whole pizza. Because, I've never had anything like this. And let me put on Pegboard Nerds.
Hero, hero. Hero, hero. Hero, hero. I wanna be a hero, hero. Oh, the hero comes, I can hear the drums, and a horse is drawn to the kingdom come. Through the pale moonlight, our hearts ignite to the call. Oh, claim your prize for a crown of stars. In the name of love, be the sacrifice. You and I will stand and fight, our backs to the wall. Oh, hero, hero.
Main cam. All right. So, rush back, just cut the pizza up. I am a pizza, a party slice type. Oh, look at that. Oh. Sausage, pepperoni, and onion. Zach, go ahead. This is my favorite pizza growing up. My dad hated it until I moved away, and he decided he all of a sudden liked it. One of the favorite things we did in my family was eating the
hot.
Yep. The corner, the tiny piece. It is. That's the cutie piece. It's almost like a point of pride. Like you got the smallest corner piece. The little cutesy.
That's good.
The biggest difference is I've learned as I got older and learned to cook more. Fennel. It's got like fresh fennel when they make it. It is my favorite pizza. It was the treat. It is also by far the most expensive pizza in my hometown. A large pizza, I think, is like $24.
It's good though.
And the reason I love it so much, besides how good I think it tastes, it doesn't taste like any other pizza where I'm from or anything I've ever had.
It was very different. It's really, really good.
The Packers might win this fucking game.
Yeah.
As we were coming back, a tipped interception goes to the Packers, and it's fucking insane.
If they hold them to a field goal again, Aaron Rodgers 10 for 22, 64 yards.
He's putting up Justin Fields numbers.
So bad. Nope.
I do love seeing how the Cardinals swarm. Oh, it's so good. I love that pizza. The uniqueness of it.
It's so good.
The ovens made it through, which I'm pretty sure I talked about the last time. The original Tilly's Valley, who was built in the 60s, and it was, the whole bar was not bigger than this garage. My Uncle Bill used to be the only fry cutter they had, so he'd get in at 4 a.m. and cut up 200 potatoes for fries. And then he would go to school, and then he'd come back and he'd work as a busser. Singh, whose parents built the bar, he inherited the bar like 1997, 98. Karen was the same bartender from the time that I was way too young, like Shirley Temple sitting at the bar kind of age.
Mm-hmm.
I went back after I moved here, and she's still the fucking bartender. I think she has been the bartender there for going on 40 years.
It's wild.
She looks the same exact little crow's feet, but her style is the same. Like if you saw her in two separate pictures, you'd be like, oh, looks like she might have drank a little last night. That's the only difference about her. I think we're going to lose this bet.
Big play.
How does it compare to Pizza King? Vastly different.
It's hard to compare pizza places sometimes.
If they're that different, yeah. I didn't realize Palermo is a style of pizza. Rounded edges at the super crispy edges. Medium thickness. All of the pizzas where I'm from are Palermo style. Including the restaurant Palermo's where I'm from. You are usually... Oh my God, how did you not stop that pass? I guess he was NFL open.
Yeah. To the back of their head.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields says.
That's going to be it. Ooh.
Yep, that's roughing the passer.
That's a good hit, though. That was a good hit.
Great catch.
He fucking blew it.
It's a great catch. Aaron Jones doesn't make that catch.
How far back is she? So we just watched a touchdown by the Packers, and in the house, my mom just said interception, which means that she is about 3.5 minutes back in the
She's
game.
A solid, 4 or 5 plays? I mean, they went for it on 4th down, so she's a solid, 6 plays back.
That's, oh man, look at that picture. It's weird to be when you hear the. Let me log out of. Sign out.
Baker's commercials are great.
He's a better actor than he is a quarterback, I think, at this point.
Yeah. I love this. Just throws tortilla chips and squirts cheese into a kid's trick-or-treating bags.
And when I say he's a better actor than he is a quarterback, has nothing to do with his quarterbacking. He's really getting acting chops, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it would take me more tries. Sign out. And then have to reset. It's so sucky to do factory resets and stuff.
Next Thursday, free taco at Taco Bell.
What?
Get the word out. Free Doritos Locos Taco next Thursday for anyone who goes to Taco Bell and wants one.
How often do you go to Taco Bell?
Not very often. But it's Steal a Base, Steal a Taco. MLB right now, World Series.
I was just introduced to they have like a chicken soft taco. It's almost like a pita bread wrapped up in
I've not had it.
a giant piece of chicken, and then scored with some zesty ranch sauce. They call them snack size. They're smaller than like a McDonald's snack wrap, but more chicken and less everything else. So it's like two for $3.50 or something, 2 for $4. God bless if that doesn't have it's Taco Bell, but it tastes like a giant KFC tender with like a zesty ranch and a thick ass soft shell. It was really good.
Pretty awesome.
Try it before it goes away. They said it's going away at the end of summer. It was really. I had it for the first time last week.
Of course it will. It's Taco Bell. They just tease everything.
Okay, now it's time. Anyone remember how to do a factory reset? General. Reset. Oh, wait. Ooh, good job, Apple. Now it says prepare for a new phone. Oh, wait. Never mind. Not good, Apple.
What in the world?
Aaron Andrews. How well known is she?
I think she was in on it.
I agree.
Because I don't think anyone stands naked for that long. In the front room. She wasn't in the bathroom either. She was like...
Just dancing like the foot of the bed of a hotel room,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Who gets ready there, first of all?
Yeah, it's not convenient at anywhere.
People get ready at the bathroom, and people don't hang out naked that long.
We just talked about
She
Aaron Rodgers'
conveniently
numbers.
stayed on camera the
Look
whole
at
time.
Kyler Murray, 4 of 9 for 73 yards.
Of 9? We're in the third quarter. Of 9? He threw 9 passes?
Now 5 of 10 for 79 or 82.
Absurd.
And the Packers have one of the weaker defenses in the NFL. Like, what the fuck are the Cardinals doing? It's like they want to lose.
If they lose this NFL or NFC, it's real tight. You'd have Arizona and Green Bay at 7-1. You have the Rams and the Bucs are both 6-1, and they're both pretty big favorites this week.
It also really brings to home like how bipolar like the Bears are. They were with it with the Packers till the fourth quarter. They beat the top 2 seeds in the AFC, and they got raped by the Browns and the Bucs.
Yep.
Like there's no
there's no
correlation. Like you can't. They were handily beating the Bengals. They were handily beating the Raiders. Like that game didn't look at all like it was going to be in question. I forget what the beginning scenes look like. Let's turn that one off. Shut down.
going real deep. Nope.
Who was that for? Who's 18?
Green, I think.
He looks like he's got a fucked up hamstring, man. He's walking around gingerly as shit. Oh, I love this pizza. Well, we got 6 of these, so we'll probably taste test again if and when you get Pizza King.
You'll have to get on that.
But as we can tell, Tilly's is better than Pizza King because he's just fucking speechless. He couldn't stop eating them. Next week, I want to talk to you about Six Flags.
Next week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Never been.
We'll end this one. It's been going on a while. I want to watch the game and enjoy the game, eat some pizza. Shoot the shit with my mom, who hasn't watched a Packers game really for 3 years. So have a wonderful, wonderful night. This has been the On Call podcast. What you got to say, Zach?
Have a good one. Maybe work will get less busy and we'll be able to come up with a new name, get new stuff going on, and
You got to come up with the script. I've already got Optimus Prime ready to
all right.
do it with the intro with the music.
Let's do it.
Hoorah! Take it easy, lovers. Cuddle tight. Slip a finger in.
Thanks for listening to the On Call podcast. Check us out on Twitter @OnCallPod. Interested in being a sponsor or want to be on the show? Drop us an email at oncallpod@gmail.com. For more info, go to oncallpod.com.